Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you episode 73 of my brand new Comics Haul series. In this series, every week when I grab my new comics from the local comic shop, I show you guys every issue I picked up, and I tell you a little bit about all the books I grabbed. So this week I have 7 issues in total, pretty hefty haul here. I've got a lot to get through. 1 issue from Boom Studios this week, 2 from Image Comics, and all of the rest are from Marvel. So let's get right into these. First though, I gotta get this bag out of the way. Alright, now that's all over with, we can get right into the haul. We'll start it off strong with one of the biggest releases from Marvel Comics, definitely this week, but also probably for maybe the whole year. This is a huge event that they've been teasing for a while now in Eternals and Immortal X-Men, and this is Judgment Day issue number 1. So this is the big crossover. I've talked a lot about it on this channel, obviously, between the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals, and it all stems from this war that's going to end up happening between the X-Men and the Eternals. I'm not going to say too much because I'd be verging into spoilers. I actually already read this issue, and I will say that I liked it for the most part. It was a little bit boring to get through. I think that's just kind of how I feel about Kieran Gillen's writing style in general. Hopefully this will end up being a really good event, and based on this first issue, there's definitely some cool concepts. So make sure to check this out for yourself. Judgment Day issue number 1 from Marvel Comics, the next big event. Alright, moving on with Marvel Comics this week. The next one that I've got here is Alien Annual number 1. So this is serving as kind of an annual, but also basically the last issue of this current Alien run going on. I think it's next month or the month after. We've got a relaunch of the series starting back with issue number 1. It's still going to be Philip Kennedy Johnson writing, which I'm glad to hear because he's been doing a fairly good job, I'd say, on the issues of Alien he's written so far. But we do have a different artist, which I'm also kind of glad to hear. In that first story arc, the first 6 issues of the first Alien run, which just wrapped up, we had this story about Gabriel Cruz and this mission that he went on before he retired from Weyland-Yutani, where he encountered aliens for the first time. So I think that's just telling the story straight up. Hopefully this will be good. Conclusion to this current Alien run, but then we've got another one coming after, still by the same writer but a different artist. Next issue that I've got this week from Marvel Comics is Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood issue number 3. So these Black, White, and Blood stories are just, black and white except for the color red. It's not only used for blood, it's used for a lot of different things, as the cover shows with the background just being red. But we've got 3 different stories in here. I can't say I'm too familiar with many of these creators. We've got one by Jim Zub, which would be pretty cool. This is the type of series where you can't really base how good it is on any single issue because you've got 3 different stories on every single one. It's an anthology, and I think next issue number 4 is supposed to be the last one. So I've just been picking this up. I'll probably finish off the miniseries. I thought issue 2 had some stronger stories than issue 1 did, but like I said, there's not too much that can really be said about this series. Some creators have been doing some more interesting things with their 10 pages. There's really only so much you can do, right? It's Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood number 3. Next up, we've got the final issue that I ended up grabbing this new comic book day from Marvel Comics, and that's Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 40. This series has been going for so long. 40 issues is a pretty big milestone. I think that's probably the longest any series by Miles has gone. Like Brian Michael Bendis had a bunch of different runs, right? Different series that were all about Miles, but never the numbering has actually gone this far. We've got this current story arc going on right now, which I have been enjoying so far, where we've seen Miles and his clone brother Shift in an alternate universe. Another clone brother of Miles who died, not at the hands of Miles, but he basically lost this battle that he had with Miles in a previous story arc of this same series. In this universe, Selim, which is the name of the clone, ended up winning, and now he's taken over the world. Miles is dead in this universe, and there's this rebellion that consists of like his younger sister and Genki leading it all. So it's been pretty interesting to see that. The artwork has improved, like I said, so I'm liking the series a lot more now. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 40. I'm not sure how long they're planning on keeping this up, but it's a really great series right now, so I'll keep buying it as long as Saudi Named is writing it. Now that we've got Marvel out of the way, let's get into the independents. Like I said, I got 1 issue from Boom Studios, and that's Grimm issue number 3. This is a foil variant, the first foil variant I've ever gotten from Boom. I know they do those for like all their different series, but this series, the first couple issues of it were surprisingly good. I read them back to back, came into it a little bit late. There's a lot of hype surrounding the series right now. People saying it's going to be the next big thing. It hasn't really picked up as much traction as, say, Something's Killing the Children is like the direct thing to compare it to, because it's also from Boom Studios, but it's basically about this character named Jessica Harrow. She's one of the Grim Reapers. There's many in this universe, and their jobs are just to guide the dead to wherever they need to be, but it seems like Jessica Harrow, there's something a little bit different about her. She can't remember how she died, and all the other Grim Reapers can. We don't know how they're actually tasked to become Grim Reapers, whereas everyone else who dies isn't. So there's a lot of mystery surrounding this comic. There's a lot of different plot threads, and it's been a while since it came out. I might have to refresh myself and read the other 2 issues. Really great so far, and I highly recommend it so far, though. That's Grimm issue number 3. Now let's move on over to Image Comics. I've got a very strange issue to start off here out of 2 issues that I ended up picking up from them this week. And this one, the first one here is Skybound issue number 25. Skybound Skybound X, I should say. So there was this Skybound X miniseries. It was 5 issues, which happened in like July or might have been June of 2021. And now suddenly a whole year later, they're doing number 25 of this, for no apparent reason. I was trying to think through this. Skybound is basically just this company that operates under Image. They're responsible for series like Invincible, I think maybe Walking Dead, and a bunch of others. Mostly Robert Kirkman titles, right? He owns the company, I'm pretty sure. And there's no reason for them to suddenly skip to number 25 a year later. It's not Skybound's 25th anniversary. This is definitely worth grabbing, though, if you do find it on the shelves. It's going to have a bunch of different first appearances, because each different story, I think there are 4 in this single issue kind of one-shot thing they're doing, has these first appearances of different characters, and it's previewing new series which are going to be coming out from Skybound in the future. So that's Skybound X number 25. Alright, to finish off this week's haul, I've got one more issue from Image Comics to show you guys. This is Gunslinger Spawn number 10. So one of my favorite series from Image, if not my favorite I'm getting from that publisher right now. Written by Todd McFarlane, the artwork is amazing by Brett Booth, and lately we've had like this 3 or 4 issue story arc where Spawn, I should say Gunslinger Spawn, has met up with Jessica Harrow, she Spawn, and his goal right now is so that he can meet the main Spawn, Al Simmons. I know it gets really confusing with there being so many different Spawns, and he wants to go back to the past. Gunslinger is time displaced. He's actually originally from the 1800s, and it seems like Al Simmons' Spawn might be the key to do that. It's turning out, though, over these last couple issues, more and more, that this is actually a prelude to the Scorch series. That's that ongoing team book that features Gunslinger Spawn among a bunch of other different Spawn characters, and it's turning out this is leading into that. That's Gunslinger Spawn number 10. Alright then, everyone, thanks for tuning in this week. Let me know what you guys picked up as well down in the comment section below, and let me know what you thought of this week's books that I ended up picking up. I'm really excited for Judgment Day, and look out for my review of that single issue, just a quick non-spoiler one, which I'll be posting as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.